Tony Stewart Racing 15 comes into the season with a new look on the car and a completely different crew in the pits. Scuba Steve Swenson, he is gone as crew chief, doesn't even work for the team anymore, doesn't even work in the sport anymore. And in his place is Todd Devnich, who was elevated in the offseason from car chief. They've also added Gary Padalero from Roth. A lot of people know him as Woodman, and Ian Lyon also on that squad now. We spotlighted all of these crew changes on the show back on January 5th. What's interesting, though, is the crew changes. They're not the only thing that's new on the TSR 15 for 2025. Devnich and Schatz apparently got to work this offseason and are working through some equipment changes. The first thing that was spotted at Volusia yesterday that I was alerted to was a new shock package for Schatz. Unlike basically any other sprint car in the country, Schatz's 15 was on Fox shocks yesterday. Fox is huge in off-road racing and other categories of motorsports, and they have a presence in dirt late model and modified racing. But in the sprint car pits, things are different. You see a lot of Factory Kane and CSI, maybe some Penske's. There's a few other brands as well. In past seasons, we've seen the TSR 15 on a few different shock brands that included Penske as recently as 2019 and 2020. At some point, maybe in 2021, they went to Factory Kane. The car actually had FK stickers on it until sometime in the spring of 2022. From that point, though, the shocks were then blank with just TSR stickers on them. I was told, though, that they were still FKs just without that branding. Yesterday, though, clear as day, Fox is on the 15. Some industry friends I asked said that Fox has had shocks in their line for a while that can fit a sprint car. They just weren't building something sprint car specific. I have had a few teams tell me, though, that Fox was around last year talking to teams about making the switch. The interesting connection here for Schatz and Fox actually comes from the dirt late model side of things. The Rocket House car, it's a Fox team, and owner Mark Richards and Schatz have had a relationship for a while, going back many years. And when we see Schatz run late models, he's actually in Rocket chassis. Hard to think there haven't been conversations between those two about this shock move. The other thing to watch for with Schatz and the 15 is the chassis they are using. Schatz has been a J&J guy for many years, but word on the streets is they tested some others this off-season. The car yesterday did have J&J stickers on it, at least on the body panels, but with all the changes we've seen from this group, this could be another area they take a serious look at if Schatz doesn't make improvements against guys like Gravel and Macedo.